In this video tutorial, we're going to focus on how we can book a one-to-one lesson through our iOS app on the iPad or iPhone. And we're going to cover two methods for doing this within the app. And the first method we're going to look at is using the Book a Lesson tab here in the top left-hand corner of the home page. By clicking the Book a Lesson tab, we're then going to be presented with the program categories that are set up by our Academy Manager. And these will be a mixture of one-to-one lesson program categories and classes. And these will be indicated by the title of the program category underneath the icon. So we can see a mixture here of classes and one-to-one options. And it's also in here where we will see the program categories that are associated with a resource, which could be a swing studio or putting lab facility. The process here follows the same flow as the web-based platform. So let's go ahead and choose the one-to-one coaching option just here. And at the next stage, we're then going to see our duration options, once again, which is defined by your Academy Manager. And we can go ahead and select the duration by clicking on the relevant tile. And we now have the option at step 3 to navigate to the correct date. So let's go ahead and choose Monday the 29th of June. And after a moment, we will then see a refresh screen, which will show the lesson times that are available based on our coach schedule in a list view. And we can scroll down the list view, and then we can select the appropriate time by clicking on the radio icon. So we're going to go ahead and choose 8 a.m. by clicking on the icon. And we can see we're immediately taken through to step 4, which is now where we can review the lesson booking. And if we want to make any changes, we can go back a step. We can see here 8 a.m. is selected, and we can once again go back into that booking, or we could change the lesson time by clicking on the radio icon. And it's now, if we're happy with that information, we can go ahead and select the player. So we can go ahead and select a player at this stage who already exists within our locker system. So a customer who has already had a lesson booking on a one-to-one basis or registered for a class. Or it's also at this stage where we can enter details relating to a new student, and we'll review that in a separate part of this tutorial. So let's go ahead and select a current player. And we can go ahead and either navigate down a list view, or we can use the search option. And we can go ahead and select student. And it's then where we can review the information associated with this student account. If we need to change any of that information, we can go ahead and do that at this stage. And then we have the option to select the payment details. So for this example, we're just going to go ahead and use the Pay at Academy option. The Pay at Academy option will always show to your Coach Locker account and gives you the option to process the booking, but it will appear as unpaid within your schedule. And then finally, to process the booking, you can go ahead and confirm whether the customer would like to receive marketing information by clicking the checkbox. And to process the booking, you always have to ensure that the customer agrees to terms and conditions and privacy policy. Finally, to confirm the booking, you go ahead and click Submit. The order will be completed when you see this page, and you can review some information, confirm to the student which email address the confirmation order has been sent to, and then click Close, which will take you back to the home page of the app. So let's review now the second way in which we can book a one-to-one lesson, and we can do that directly from within the schedule. So we can jump to the day, and we can see the booking that we've just made. Let's go ahead and add a new booking now. And we can do this by clicking over the top of the green available times at the time where we would like to make this booking. So we're going to go ahead and click somewhere around 10 o'clock on the screen. And it's now where we're presented with a list view of steps that we need to complete. And we can go ahead and select the program type. So let's go ahead and choose a one-to-one option. We're going to go ahead and choose the duration. And we can see there that the start time and end time is as we had selected on the schedule view. but we can edit these as well as editing the lesson date if we'd like to. But we're going to go ahead and keep it to 10 o'clock. And now we can go ahead and click continue. So it's now at this stage that we're going to go ahead and create a new customer. And to do this, we need to complete some customer information. And we need to add an email address. And we need to add a contact telephone number. And finally, we need to then create a username for the customer. So let's go ahead and use the first name and last name. And then finally, we need to select the payment option. Once again, we're going to select Pay at Academy. And we're going to go ahead and agree to the terms and conditions and the marketing. And let's go ahead now and click submit. And it's then at this stage that the customer will receive two emails. They'll receive an account registration email, which will list a username that you set up for them, and it will list a temporary password that they can use to log into their account. They will also receive a purchase confirmation email or a booking confirmation email of the lesson that you have booked in.